Let's segment some oranges. First, you want to cut the ends off. Then you want to carefully cut around the curve of your orange. Trying to get as least amount of the orange meat with your rind. This is called the pith. Try to get as much as you can off. This is that really bitter stuff. So the reason why I do this is because my kids tend to gag and choke on the skin around the oranges. So this way I can ensure that they actually eat the fruit without causing any problems at home or at daycare. We're going to do the same thing like this. So roughly cut about 1 centimeter into it, and maybe a little bit more on the end with the stem. Maybe about 1.5 centimeters now. This one's a little lopsided, but that's okay. These are great for salads. You can use them for desserts, or just eating on their own. I mean, if it's just me eating the oranges, I usually don't do this, but if it's for my kids, I'll typically try to do this. Okay. So we have our Cara oranges and our regular navel oranges. So now what you want to do is, there's a couple methods of doing this. You can do this through just the traditional method where you cut right up against the membrane right there. And then you do that on the opposite side to then release the flesh. You notice that you get a little bit of this membrane as well, but just be careful. There you go. Nice juicy piece of orange right there. Or you can do it the French method, where you cut on one end, turn your knife a little bit, and then this orange is actually quite ripe, so it's actually falling apart. But maybe I'll show you on the next one. But you can see that it's pretty easy to peel off. So let's try that again, the French method. And then you roll your knife over to, yeah, this one's really ripe. Might have better luck with the navel. I prefer doing it the French method because it's very easy. You just roll it off. See, when you do this enough over time, it takes less and less time. You can actually do this under a couple minutes from start to finish. And then for me, one of the things I like to do is, when I get to the very end of it, is this one's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, it's not going to kill them. Is that you end up with a lot of the little bits of the flesh. This thing here, I'll actually eat it. All this other stuff, I can try to eat it, but one of the things I like to do at the very end is actually just squeeze it over top, and you get some orange juice, and my kids go nuts over that. So there you go, and just roll that right off, just like that. try to get a really sharp paring knife. And it's kind of cumbersome, but if you want something special for, say, desserts or a salad, it's always nice just to get that extra membrane off. You get that nice, juicy, plump piece of orange right there. I didn't know this, but at Costco you can actually buy cups of segmented or pre-segmented grapefruit. We went to Costco recently, and they actually had samples for the first time since COVID, and it was nice to just have the kids give that a try. They've never really had samples before, and it's been a while since we had them, so of course I didn't end up buying them because I generally will do this myself, and my kids don't quite like grapefruit, not yet anyway. Great for brunches or even just a snack. Alright, that's our last piece. Get a little bit of that. So now this stuff left over, you can actually just squeeze it over top. Or like the ends, just limit the waste. I know this is arguably quite wasteful, but I like to make sure that I get every last bit of juice. And one of the tips I actually have for people is that after you're done, for me, I actually keep these in the sink. The reason for that is that I can use this as a natural sponge when I wash my dishes. And so I get a little bit more use and mileage out of this orange. And for anybody who's looking for a more natural way to wash your dishes rather than using detergents and chemicals and all that kind of stuff. So now all I have to do is transfer this into my kids' lunch containers, and they will have a very, very yummy treat. Time to wash my hands. Use this side, and I'll also use the side with all the orange oils. The oil is actually really good for the wood. It's supposed to keep it from drying out. If you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could help me turn that thumb into a beautiful blue, and subscribe for more videos like these, or any videos on food ideas, kitchen hacks, or ways to do more with less in the kitchen. There you have it. A nice, clean, and pretty good smelling cutting board. And as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.